Wow, I don't even know how to start. This is such a heavy, somber piece of news. You might want to be sitting down and ask the kids to leave the room. It has been reported by me right now in real time that Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, a masterpiece in cinema, will not continue for parts 3, 4, 5, or 6. It has effectively been killed. Let's talk about it if I can bring myself to do it. Now, inevitably, there will be some that are sad about this news, and not just sarcastically so, like myself, thinking that Rebel Moon Part 1 and 2 were grand sci-fi operas that should have been appreciated for what they were. They were both story-wise and cinematically a movie experience like no other. Definitely not like Star Wars that it clearly ripped off. Or perhaps they weren't actually hot on those movies until the director's cut of both came out shortly afterwards and were announced before the movies even dropped in the first place. It's interesting marketing to let the audience know that there are two cuts of this film before the first cut comes out, and the second one's rated R and much better. But Zack Snyder's different like that. He's a genius! He is the blueprint, as I've been told online. Oftentimes I will see posts on the dumpster fire we now call X. We're a Snyder fan, or a Snyder stan. I don't know what they're, like a Snyder head. I'm not sure what their cult thing is called. We'll take a screen grab from a Zack Snyder film, typically BVS, Dawn of Justice, and they will put it side by side with a Marvel superhero movie, claiming, look who did it first. He's the blueprint. He's a wizard. They're all copying him. Not really, I guess, comprehending that most movies follow a similar shot structure, and also that superhero movies aren't that deep, creative, or profound, and a lot of them use the same kind of boilerplates, the same shot styles, have a good chunk of the same crews working on different movies. But no. He did it first. No one ever did it before him. He's basically Christ reincarnate as a director. A Christ whose parlor tricks are running a bit thin. Turning water to wine, maybe cool back in the day. Kind of like Snyder, turning Dawn of the Dead into an awesome remake. But something happened to this man along the way. A guy who seems like a perfectly nice gentleman, clearly has a lot of adoring fans around the world that aren't bots on Twitter. His vision perhaps overpowered the storytelling aspects. So what we got from him, I would say starting back with Sucker Punch, were these incredibly green screen heavy, slow motion, somber action films that were almost always entirely style over substance. Now, some will argue Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice is a real thinker, a real thinking man's film, someone that only true masters of cinema could possibly comprehend, while everyone else is playing with baby toys, aka the Marvel Cinematic Universe. For me personally, the man started very strong. Dawn of the Dead is awesome. 300 is freaking fantastic. I have a soft spot for Man of Steel. Everything after that, he kind of lost me. I don't find anything too incredibly profound about Batman falling asleep at a computer, waking up in some sort of a fever dream, post-apocalyptic Mad Max hellscape, finding himself in a duster with a machine gun, fighting an evil Superman, waking up only to see that some random-ass version of Flash is there in a portal, yelling at him that Amy Adams is the key, or something. Who cares? It all goes nowhere. The whole movie was a narrative shit show. Both versions, by the way, not just that, but the Zack Snyder cut, or whatever they call these things. He has a new cut for everything, I guess. I don't know why you sound angry. I'm not angry. I truly don't give a shit. I guess I'm just disappointed because he had a lot of potential. I saw it. The kid had a lot of potential. And it's just been squandered, or I guess misused. Because you have to remember, after BVS, he went on to direct a good chunk of the Justice League before things went absolutely off the rails. He had personal problems. Warner Brothers didn't want to wait for him. Joss Whedon came in, hacked the crap out of the movie, put out a version that he thought would work. They recolored it. It looked like dog ass. It was just a mess, okay? And then because of the overwhelming fan support online, this guy was able to come back and make a new version of the movie, adding in new material, re-editing the whole thing, recoloring the whole thing. Like, there was a lot of money put into this fan version that he wanted to make for many years, and he did. And what we got was, I'd say, a better movie, for sure. A lot of weird choices in it, though, all the same. A lot of weird choices, especially the epilogue that's 20 minutes of absolute crap. And speaking of crap, that's when we would really lose Snyder forever, as he would fall to the dark side, aka Netflix originals. Starting with Army of the Dead, a movie I was really looking forward to because of how much I really enjoy Dawn of the Dead. I freaking hate Army of the Dead. I do not like how it looks. I'm so sick of this entire green screen production, this awful artificial soft focus look he goes for. Everything about the movie was amiss, from visuals to storytelling. And then after that, he did a movie, I believe, with the safecracker from Army of the Dead. Maybe he didn't direct it, I'm not sure. Nobody watched it. Not a single person watched that movie. So misfire after misfire, the Rotten Tomatoes score gets lower and lower. It's insane that he keeps getting these big budgets to make these shit shows. And that's where we leave with Rebel Moon, a 2-part film, tons of investment, millions upon millions poured into this thing. Was supposed to go 6 movies, and we're done at 2 with 2 director's cuts. And this is not just me who thinks it. Rebel Moon scores around 22% on Rotten Tomatoes with the critics. And before one or two of you defenders goes, oh, who cares? The critics are all bullshit and paid out. Well, I am a certified Rotten Tomatoes critic. I've never lied about anything in my life when it comes to movie reviews. I don't care to. I don't have any skin in the game as far as like reputation or whatnot. I'm not afraid if people don't agree with me on movie reviews. Who cares? It's a freaking movie. It's subjective. Anyway, 22%. Audience score is only 56%. That's atrocious for an audience score. Typically, the audience are fans and only see so many movies a year. So they go in wanting to be entertained, welcoming entertainment. They're not burnt out by all this crap like some of us are who live and breathe movies all the time. 56% is brutal for this. And so while I do, for some reason, still see all of these years later, this bizarre Snyder cult group that continues to shit all over every single frame of a James Gunn movie or any frame of a Marvel movie and put up their messiahs shot from BVS or whatever thing they pull from, saying it's the playbook, saying that these people are hacks and their movies are awful and they're not dark and gritty enough. Sure, go ahead. Yell into that void as long as you want. And for some reason, these posts continue to retain traction and get pushed out by this dumb platform. But I can tell you this much. Your guy that you're still cheerleading for, he's moved on from DCEU. He's now moved on from Rebel Moon, and he's going to be doing something a bit more grounded and hopefully something that has a story and characters that you can connect with on some level and maybe calm the fuck down on all of the green screen. He's directing a small-scale film called Brawler about a UFC fighter, and he's working in some capacity for an LAPD series. Couple things, couple irons in the fire. I guess they still have enough confidence in him, but I doubt they're backing up to the house with truckloads of money anymore. The reason I sound a little bit perturbed, a little bit heated, is not only do I get sick and tired of the noise online about this guy, but I also think he has a lot of potential. I've seen it. I've seen his skill on screen before. It's been a long time, but I know he's got it in him to once again return to some of the great stuff he's done in the past. Get a good screenwriter, all right? Snyder, I like you, but don't write your own material. Please focus on the visuals and get that communication back up. Let me connect with these characters, all right? And then I'll connect again with your films. All right, those are my thoughts on this news about Rebel Moon. No, I'm not beat up over it. In fact, I'm shocked that they even released those director's cuts because those numbers were pretty bad. Not only from a review standpoint, but viewership-wise, Rebel Moon's second film, massive downgrade in terms of people watching. And I can't imagine the director's cuts fared any better. Let me know your thoughts on this, though, and what Snyder should do next. I would appreciate hearing from you. I would also doubly appreciate, possibly triply, I don't know if I can go that far, but I would doubly appreciate if you subscribe to the channel on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, like the video if you're on YouTube, and hit that notification bell, and hopefully I catch you next time. All right, take care. Thanks again for watching the video. If you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate it if you checked out patreon.com/AdamDoesMovies. That's where fans of my channel go to help support it. There are different tiers with different offerings, exclusives every month. We got multiple movie reviews. There's a vlog monthly. And even if you don't want to plop down $1 a month, you can just sign up for Patreon for free and become a member at no charge. Appreciate your time. Thanks.